Well, hello there guys, welcome to the first edition series 1 in the my video diary of how to learn to fly an aircraft. Decided to do it through Flight Simulator 2024 and I've got a basic setup. At some point I will put a picture on there on the screen at some point for you to see what my basic setup is. But for now, what I've got is these are my PC specs, as you can see there. I've got a 32 gig RAM in there with a 770 i7, 4.2 gig with a 6 gig NVIDIA 1060 and 2 gig of storage space. That's on an SSD, on an SSD drive. I do have an M.2 drive in there, but it's not really working as well as I thought it would. Goes for the controls. Basically what I've got here is the Thrustmaster Captain's Pack TCA. Comes with the obviously joystick, some people call it a stick, whatever. I'm not operating a yoke just because of the size of the computer that I have. I've got dual screen on there at the moment. We're not using just the one, and we are just going to go through the tutorials of Flight Simulator. Now I have done some of these tutorials, if I'm honest with you. I have gone through, I didn't want to bore you with basic stuff, so I've done sim controls, aircraft, and I've passed my private pilot's license on an A grade. Now it wasn't easy, I must admit, and if I'm honest with you, it took far too long to video diary all of it. So what I wanted to do was just get flying. So what I did was I got myself flying. I then went on to the commercial pilot's license. Once you get to the end of the private pilot's license, you take two simple, easy, I wouldn't say easy, but flights. My landings have not been great. They've usually been a C grade, if I'm honest with you. I'm not sure how I can show you my stats. There must be a way to show you. Reputation is C, look there. So reputation is C. Different missions. I haven't set any companies up. I'm not available at the moment. I have different missions there, different certifications, specializations, free flight ferry. I'm not sure how to. It's got to be a way to see logbook in some way. There must be a logbook somewhere. I will try to find how to do that. And now we're on to these ferry flights. So that's the next part of our mission. As you can see there, from here on out I am going to record these videos, and I'm going to be able to show you various different aspects of what I've been doing. I've looked at some YouTube videos, been fantastic. I'm not sure how to put links in on this. First time I've used this, but it's basically Taran and saying to me about using different things. Oh, let's go back a second. And I saw him do this. Click on there, returning to thing. Apparently it gives you more money if you do these type of missions, but if you zoom in here, you can open up various other ones. And what I've been saying about ferrying from one aircraft to another, I'm going to do some of these, and I'm going to hopefully earn some money. Once we've earned some money, we then go back into our headquarters, and it looks like I'm going to have to go through the certifications there and work my way all the way across here. Not quite got any sort of money. I've got 500 credits there. I'm not a YouTuber, so I do apologise if it's not as crisp as some of the other guys on there, but here we go then. So some of the bits may come across underneath the controls there. I'll try to make sure my controls and everything is out of the way. You may see the odd arm or something pop up. Hopefully not, but I'll have a look. So What I'm told is if I can do some of these ferry flights and be able to do these, this one's going to make me 1,300 credits, and it's going to take me 15 minutes. Not done these before, so I'm not sure where I'm at. In all honesty with you, I do have just a standard keyboard, mouse, and a twin monitor setup. You're only viewing what I can see on this one here, but hopefully we can improve on as we go along. I must admit, not sure if that affects anything by skipping stuff. It might take some credits off and things like that. Don't know why we've gone into this particular view. I normally go into cockpit view.
Thanks for accepting the job. I'm your contact here.
How do we get it? Oh, there we go. We're in the cockpit view. Thank you very much.
Today's lucky bird heading to Nimijindron is this charming little 172 Skyhawk. The owner's aircraft was in for maintenance, and now that it's fixed, he wants it flown back. He is already waiting for it. His name's Mr. Michael Klimek. Now give this beautiful bird the VIP treatment it deserves. Take care.
Okay.
Echo Delta Romeo, Mike traffic. Cessna Delta X-Ray India Golf Tango is taxiing to runway 18. Echo Delta Romeo, Mike.
Don't know why my throttles are doing that. What the? Thank you. It had a bit of a blip then, didn't it? It was weird. Okay, so turn it off. I'm
Echo
going to
Delta Romeo, Mike traffic. Cessna Delta X-Ray India Golf Tango. Taking off runway 18. Departure to the west. Echo Delta Romeo, Mike.
Okay, so enter the runway. So keep my hands out of your way there. Take off from runway 18. Okay, let's give it a bit of beans now. Okay, so hopefully we'll have a bit of a better landing on the other side of this particular thing, because last time my landing was pretty dismal, if I'm honest with you. So we are in the air. Altitude climb to 1,400 feet. $1,300. Oh no, it says climb to 2,400 feet and then fly to. Okay, let's give it a bit of. So apparently, I'll be getting some money for this. It's going to take a few missions. Again, I know I said it's going to be a full video diary, but when it's the boring bits, then I'm not going to go through everything. I'll show you my first flights of everything from here on out, and I might do a couple of other flights, record them, and I might not upload fully. I might do some smaller versions, make it easier for everybody. Once we've gone through getting a bit more au fait with the sim and making sure that, I mean, to be honest with you, so far it's taken me a little while to get this sim running okay. I do find sometimes that it says there skip, but I don't think I should skip here. If I skip, I might lose some credits, and considering it's only 8 miles away, It's only a short hop really. And does anyone else notice anybody notice on here where we are flying along, especially in a small 172 Skyhawk, that it is very, very easy to capture wind and throw the aircraft around? Is that really what happens in real life? I've never been in one, never flown one, never been able to work out or been able to afford to do that. So I'm not sure if it is the smaller aircraft are really windy. I do know, obviously I've been on holiday on the bigger aircraft, been on a 777, I've been on a 787, I've been on an A320, and I've been on a 737 as well. So I do know my way around aircraft a little bit, but I do enjoy doing different bits and pieces with watching different documentaries and things. I've watched the documentaries on the 777, I think it was, on a Prime, where they strip it all out and redesign it and put it all back together again. That was amazing. Again, I don't know about anybody that's been simming for a long time. I haven't, so considering I haven't been simming for very long on Flight Simulator, when I say very long, I'm probably about an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes in. So considering I'm about an hour and 20 minutes in, I don't think I'm doing too bad really, to be fair. It's been
Echo Delta Romeo
fairly...
Delta traffic, Cessna Delta X-Ray India Golf Tango. 5 miles northeast, 2400, inbound to land, runway 27, Echo Delta Romeo Delta.
Been trying to work out different bits and pieces, but what I have noticed with this sim is very, very like a car. You're making very, very minute adjustments here and there. You're making very, very small movements and things like that, which is very nice, to keep it in line. Did those early tutorials about manoeuvring, about keeping centre lining and all the rest of it, which is very nice. And watch some YouTube videos on what you can, shouldn't do in the sim. My ultimate goal, I would say, for this series of videos would be get really au fait, get really confident with flying, get myself up into commercial pilots. And then there's something that I've discovered whilst I was looking and doing a bit of research on YouTube, something called VATSIM. Didn't know what it was. I watched this person on YouTube use it. It's almost like the real thing. That's probably gonna be my end goal after learning all the ins and outs of it. The guy looked like a real pilot, to be fair. Excuse me. And because he did, it was like, oh right, I'd like to be able to do that, really, to be fair with you. So that's my end goal, and I hope you can join me on the journey for that end goal, and I'll be able to maybe anybody out there can give me some hints and tips of what I can and shouldn't be doing, or have I missed things off or anything like that. I do make myself some little cue cards of what to do, and if anyone would like to see them, I will gladly show you those cue cards. And basically what they are is they're a quick reminder of what I should be doing. So, for instance, when I come in here on my final, I should be flying at between 65 and 70 knots. I should have flaps. It said on my little card there, flaps minimum 2 or 20 degrees. I don't know if that makes a big difference, but flying slowly, it just gives me that little trigger to say, am I doing these little things? I'm sure those little cue cards are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, And I suppose the more you do it, it's like driving a car, the more you do it, the more you remember, and the easier it becomes. So I think for that, or in that regard, I think we should be good to go, to be fair. You can hear the aircraft there. It can be pretty loud when the person talks, unfortunately for you, but yeah, it's so for this particular one, you know, going out a bit quick. We're going to go around here. Straight along here, and I must admit, I am looking at the compass in the top left-hand corner, simply because it's I wouldn't say a cheat, but I suppose an assistance, and I will be looking to getting rid of those eventually, completely doing it on my own. Not sure how I'm going to exactly do that with, I've only got 2 screens at the moment. I might buy a 3rd screen. What? Whoa, I don't know what's gone off there. That's all jiggled me to the left there. I didn't like it. It did not like that at all. I don't know whether that's the sim playing up or it's bad weather. They're coming round here. Trying to make it as smooth as possible, if I'm honest with you. It's pretty, it looks pretty dark over there, to be honest, in the background there. Sorry if I'm talking a bit low. Yeah, it looks like it's raining. Needs to be just increase throttle a little. So there's the airport down there. I'm going to go off to the right, round to the left, and then down onto the final leg. And I take it, I'm not sure if this works in every single airport situation. Where it slowly brings you down. Or, you know, where it brings, I know it works on in some sort of pattern, and I take it each airport has a different pattern on there. I've got quite a bit of engine revs going on here, and we are still only at 80 knots, so we must have some bit of wind on us. Take a turn now from base onto final. Now it does say in the tutorial keep to 20 degrees banked turning, but I always find sometimes that's not always going to be possible. Extend the flaps a little bit there. I'm flying a little bit faster before taking off. There's the old runway right in front of us there. Way! We are at 1,000 feet, we're 500 feet to go. Should start to 500. Whoa. Hey. I've got reduced speed, taxi speed. Well, I landed it, it's safe. I don't know about anything else. I don't even know where the parking is. Did you see where the parking is? Oh, it's behind me. Would you just spin round, I suppose? I must admit this Thrustmaster pedals and everything else made this a little bit more enjoyable and a little bit more easier to control the aircraft. So if I'm not saying particularly the Thrustmaster, but certainly a set of controls would be a bit divisive for you. The reason why I say that is simply because it's easier for you to control with physically how the aircraft would absolutely perform as best as you possibly can anyway. The only thing I found at first was I was very jittery with these and couldn't really work out how to control the aircraft fully, and there we are. So
I'm sure the trip had its challenges, but I hope my plane didn't take too much of a beating. Thanks for your hard work.
nice, and just shut the thing down now. So that's our first ferry flight. We'll see how we got on. We landed safe. It was a bit of a thud, but we landed safe. It's not bad. It's a D rating, so we didn't do as good as I expected. Oh no, it's a B rating. Okay. Got a bit more experience there. Bad weather bonus. I've got a bit of a bonus there as well. Didn't know you could get bonuses on there. Landing smoothness, I thought it was a bit of a thud. 40% there, respect to the condition of the aircraft, 88%. So, radio communications, extended flaps, that's where I lost a lot of information there. So that was good. So we'll go back to headquarters. I will then speak to you next time. And if you did enjoy this, then thank you very much for watching. See you next time. I'm going to do a couple more flights and then I'll speak to you soon. LNS down at the bottom. I'm not going to force you to do that, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much.